In tonight's Fox 7 Focus, the Austin Police Department has taken an unprecedented step to crack down on impaired drivers. They have kicked off a summer-long no refusal period. That initiative allows officers to get blood search warrants for any DWI suspect who refuses a breath or blood test. I went one-on-one with APD Detective Jason Day about the impact he hopes this has. How long has no refusal been a thing with APD, and how effective has it been?
So we've been doing no refusal initiatives for quite a while. I would say at least 10 years. When we started out, it was just simply on the holiday weekends. But over the last 2 years, we've been doing it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, every weekend throughout the year.
What spurred the decision to do it just 7 days a week for the whole summer?
The summer brings out the good weather. And so with that good weather, people do tend to drink more. And so we thought that the summer would be a perfect time to kick off this type of extended period.
What happens when it's not a no refusal period if someone refuses that test?
If they were to refuse on a period that was not a no refusal, then that evidence would not be gathered. So when the case went to court, the jury would be relying on the field sobriety tests, and they wouldn't have that bright number that could show that it's over the legal limit. And unfortunately, more and more now juries are wanting that smoking gun, that real evidence. So that's one of the reasons that we've increased the amount of no refusals that we're doing.
What have you seen over the last few years in terms of trends?
Our DWI numbers right now, over 50% of the people that are arrested for DWI have been involved in an accident. Last year in Austin, we had, I think, 120 or so traffic fatalities. Just think about a third of those are DWI related and can be avoided.
Obviously, officers are on the front lines of this. They see the consequences firsthand. Unfortunately, they see people killed. They see the families of the victims. Just from that experience, what would you like people to know? What do you wish people could understand about this?
The biggest thing to remember about people driving while intoxicated is that it's a choice, and it can affect so many lives. If you were to crash and kill somebody, that person, would lose their life, but their family would lose their loved one. Their friends would lose that person that they care about. That's something you have to live with the rest of your life. Early in my time with DWI enforcement, there was a young lady who had been seriously burned in a crash. She, was a pretty young girl in high school, and then had, serious burns all over her face and had to have, transplants and so forth. And so then the rest of her life, she went around, looking as, as not what a normal person would look like. And she had to wear that burden on the outside, not to mention the people that carry that burden on the inside, the things that they've gone through.
So you're hoping people will, several steps before all this happens, think about, maybe I shouldn't get that third drink. Maybe I should call an Uber or a rideshare, get those wheels turning before we even start to talk about impairment.
Absolutely. And one of the biggest goals of our no refusal is we want it to be a deterrent. I would be so happy if I never had to arrest another drunk driver because people weren't doing it. But unfortunately, people do. And so we're trying to deter it on the front end and then gain better evidence on the back end, which would hopefully further deter people because they're going to get convicted.
All right, Detective Jason Day with the Austin Police Department. Detective, thanks so much for being here and speaking with us. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time.